Yo, what's good everyone? I'm here doing a guide, like a fully in-depth guide of Claudio Serafino in Tekken 7 for the Season 3 changes. In this video, I'm going to be going over Season 2 to Season 3 changes. I'm going to show quite a few combos, a few tech traps, moves that you need to be careful using in Season 3, his best moves to use, how he's best played, and my overall view of the character. I will be timestamping this in the description if you want to go to like the certain parts. Say if you want to skip straight to combos, whatever, it will be in the description to do that. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So the season 2 changes to season 3. These are what are out on the patch notes for everyone to like. If you don't already know, I'm just gonna quickly go through it all for you. So down forward 3-1. The second hit will now always chain together with the first, even when delaying its input. So this means that you can delay that for as long as possible. It'll always chain together. Down 1-2, increase the move's reach. This is with Starburst as well. So with and without Starburst, it reaches further. Down 2-2, change the frame advantage upon hit from -1 to 0 frames. So that is now 0 on hit. And decrease the distance between the character and the opponent when the move hits or blocks, so you're now closer. Down back 2-1, change the frame advantage upon hit from -2 to +3, which is this. It's now +3 and not -2. Down back 3, change the frame advantage upon hit from +1 to +3. Change the frame advantage when blocked from -17 to -15. Decrease the distance between the character and the opponent when the move is blocked, which is this move. Down back 4-3, change the frame advantage when blocked from -13 to -11. And change the frame advantage upon hit from -2 to 0 frames, which is this move. Back 1, change the damage from 20 to 25. Change the frame advantage when blocked from -9 to -5. Change the opponent's behaviour when hit. Shorten the recovery time after the move hits by 4 frames. And that is this move. Back 3-3 is the new move, which is an extension from his original back 3. Back 4-3-2 is now increased the move's reach, which I'll talk more in detail about it later, but it sort of gives you more combo opportunity, I guess. Back 3+4, which is this move, now causes a wall bounce. It didn't before, it was just a backswing blow, but it now wall bounces. Up forward 4, increase the move's reach, increase the distance between the character and the opponent when the move hits, which is his famous hop kick. While rising 1-1, with the first hit, decrease the distance between the character and the opponent when the move hits. The second hit, change the damage from 12 to 15, which is this. While rising 3, which is this move, change the frame advantage on block from -9 to -8. Shorten the recovery after the move hits by 1 frame. Next we have the sidestep 4, which is this move. Change the frame advantage upon hit from +3 to +6. Change the opponent's behaviour when the move lands as a counter hit. And the rest is just the Starburst versions of what I've already gone through, such as the more range on this and stuff like that. But yeah. Now let's get into some combo stuff. As you may know, there isn't much that's changed from Season 2 to Season 3 in terms of his combos. There is some changes that you could add to the combos. It's not really necessary, I guess, but the combos that I'm going to be showing you are quite a lot of the combos that I seem to go to. Obviously there is a lot more options out there if you want to explore yourself, but these are the ones that I go to quite a lot. So yeah, let's get into them. Now it's time for the tech traps. Claudio has a lot of tech traps and can catch a lot of people on wake up. This is really good if you don't know, like, if you don't know the matchup, you don't know whether you need to be getting up, whether you don't need to be getting up. You know, he has quite a lot, and you can make quite a good use out of all these. So yeah, let's take a look at them.
Il mio potere.
Now we're going to go into moves that you kind of really need to be careful using. I'm not saying that you shouldn't use these moves. Well, apart from like one or two that you really shouldn't be using, I guess, if you're wanting to play Claudio at a high level. But these moves are like very risky. Can be very risky if your opponent knows the matchup really well. So to start off with is Claudio's 4-3. So obviously in Season 2, the forward 3, which also is in the 4-3, got changed to a high. Nowadays, a lot of people know that this is a high string, and it will get ducked and it will get launched, especially at the higher levels. Obviously, if you're playing at a lower level, you know, for instance, rank wise, I'd say maybe if you get to like blue ranks, which is your Fujin Plus, you probably need to be really careful using this move. But below that, maybe not so much, because there's no need to use it, I guess. Because if you look at this, which is a big shout out to Joe Pelix, the Magic 4, which you'll have seen in the combo video, can go into the 2-1-2 with these characters here that he is named. So if you're playing against any of these characters, you just want to be using standing 4 on its own. But if obviously the character you're playing against is not on this list, then I wouldn't recommend using 4-3 unless you're using it as a 12 frame punish. I wouldn't recommend using it. Next move we're going to go over is down forward 3-2. Now this move is a great move. It's really good, but as you can see, it is a high. So you can't just keep throwing this move out at a top level, just because if you keep using this and they know the Claudio matchup, they will duck you and they will launch you. Obviously -2 on block, really good, but if this is all you're using from the down forward 3, then it can be really risky. It can get you killed. Next is forward 2-2, which is this move. Again, -2 leaves them crouching. Really good move. But if this is the only move you're using from forward 2, it is a high. It can be ducked, it can be launched, and it happens quite often at the top level. So you need to be really careful using that. Next is down forward 1-2, which is his twin piston. Personally, I would not recommend using this move at all. Even if you think you're going to punish something, that's unless you're playing offline, which is, you know, then fair enough. If you want to use it as a punish, use it. But online, if you're using down forward 1-2 as a punish, I recommend you don't, because obviously online can be a bit weird sometimes. You might, and something's -15, you might not always get it, and so obviously you're probably best off using his hop kick than this. But personally, I would not use this move. It's really risky for a 15 frame launch. Obviously, it does more damage than his hop kick, but I'd rather stick with his hop kick just to be safe. The next move is back 4-1. If you're using the back 4, obviously there's different options from it, but using back 4-1 only, obviously, is a high, easily launch. Like as soon as you duck, I think you can delay it, hop kick it. Like you've got a lot of time. You need to be very careful. If people want to, you know, duck that and launch. Obviously, if they duck and you do the back 4-2, you know you're going to get them with a mid, but sometimes you don't really want to put yourself in, like, mixing yourself up, so you need to be really careful when you use back 4-1. I personally don't use it that much at all unless I'm using it in a combo, but you know, that's just it. The next move is forward 1+2, 1+2 without Starburst. This move I wouldn't recommend using near enough at all unless you're punishing something. For instance, Akuma's down forward 4, which is -16, which this would work, but it is -14 on block. So you know, if you wanted to use a whiff punish outside of Starburst, use the hop kick or the 1+2. Not so much this. It's not a move you should be really just throwing out and leaving yourself at -14. Same with back 4-3-2 without Starburst. I believe this is -14 as well. So you know, without Starburst, not the best move to use. Definitely better options to, you know, better moves you could select to like condition your opponent, but stuff like is out of Starburst moves. Apart from down 1-2, I guess you know you shouldn't really use. Next, which is what I'm going on to next, is down 2-2 without Starburst. Not the best. It's 0 on hit, but you're putting your like offline. This is quite easily reactable, and you're risking getting -12 punish, especially if you're playing against a Kun with Bio who can launch for it. It's doing down 2 on its own, yeah, but doing down 2-2, they can react and you know block, and you're not going to get out of it if you hit both hits. Obviously you get a bit of damage, but you're back at neutral. You're in crouch. It's not the best, so I'd be careful. Just you know, if you try to use that so much, because you could eat while standing yourself, and obviously you're not really going to get out of it if it hits. The next move is down back 3, especially offline. Yes, it's been made safer, which is great, but be careful using it offline, especially against characters that can launch punish it. Obviously, with it being -15, you need to check which characters have a 15-frame launcher from while standing, because it is reactable offline. It is like easily reactable, so you need to be very, very careful when you're throwing that out. I'm not saying don't use it, just be careful and think about what sort of character you're going to be playing against. Right, let's go on to his best moves. Now these are the moves that I use quite frequently. These are the moves that I will use quite a lot. First move we've got is down back 4-3. Unseeable low. Obviously launch punishable if blocked, the first low, but obviously that's a risk you've got to take with Claudio. It changed from -2 on it to 0, which means you will trade at jabs. You know, if they try to do anything other than a jab or like, you know, like a down forward 1 or something, you will beat them out. But with it being 0, it gives you more time to just do, you know, like a simple backdash straight after it. Can cause your opponent to whiff. So, you know, that's really good. An example of me doing that is here.
Oh no! The worst side will save it. Oh no!
Yeah, so that's down back 4-3 for you. It can be really good. It can help you close rounds out for people that want to challenge after it, because obviously you can backdash away from what they're doing. Next move is down 3. Again, unseeable low. Okay damage, I guess, for a little chippy low. Is -17, but obviously they'd have to make a hard read to know that this move we're going to be coming out to, you know, to be able to think, oh, he's going to do a down 3, I'm going to have to launch him. Because a lot of people try while standing 4. But the good thing about this move is, even when blocked from like a certain range, if they try punish with a while standing 4, it won't always work. Like, they'll whiff the while standing 4, which an example shown is here.
No launch. That time.
So yeah, down 3 is very good. You know, I think I rate the move because obviously you can hit from quite far away, and you know sometimes you can get a cheeky hop kick if they try challenge with a high after. Next move is down back 3. I will use this move offline if I know a character can't launch this move. Sometimes I will use it when I feel like I need to get a bit of damage in here. It's a chunky low. It does 23 damage. So sometimes I will use it, but for instance, when I'm playing against a character like Hwoarang, who can't launch it, then I'm not too scared about throwing this move out. I'll eat the while standing 4 or whatever his while standing punishment is for it. But yeah, I think it's a lot better now. It's -15. You can use it quite carefully against you know, certain characters. Next is the down forward 3 options. Mainly, so you've got down forward 3-2. I'll just quickly go to down forward 3-2. This is -2. You know, you can still you turn back with a down jab, or you know, you can sidestep. You know, you can keep your opponent on the toes. You know, they don't know what you're gonna do next. Really good move. Obviously, like I said in the be careful part, you don't want to just be using this move because he does have down forward 3-1, which is a brilliant move. Hit confirmable, definitely hit confirmable, and he's only -12, so there's no risk of it. But in the open, you know, hit confirm for damage. At the wall, it wall splats. You can use it for wall carry in combos. I'll just show you some quick examples of that right now.
It's Helsing's latest set.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Back. Not gonna kill, but it's gonna do a lot. Really good kick.
Good delay. Good, yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, so down forward 3, like being able to hit confirm this move. Obviously, you can see that he crouches for his belly. He didn't used to do that. So you can sort of see when the move hits to be able to, you know, throw out your 1 or 2 options. But if it hits, you probably want to go for 1 and not 2. But yeah, the down forward 3 options are really, really good. Next move is back 1. Back 1 is brilliant. Back 1 got buffed. Like, buffed so good. From -9 to -5. New animation. Like, so look how it leaves him. It leaves him face down, feet away, head towards. So a lot of people like to do get up kicks from that situation. So you can dash forward, wait, bait the get up kick, and then obviously you've got yourself a free launch. Or if they try to do a get up kick while we're in 2, we'll beat their get up kick. But obviously they could get up ducking, so you know, then you're putting yourself at risk. But obviously it's what you've got to, it's a risk you've got to take if you want to do that. But back 1 is cheeky. You can down jab after it now to steal your turn back if they do hide. Also, if they block it, if the challenge with jabs or like 90% of lows, a hop kick will beat it out, like as shown here.
Oh, nice hop kick. Very nice.
So yeah, back 1 is brilliant. Back 1 is absolutely brilliant. Back 2 is his 14 frame punish. Yeah, with back 2, it tracks a little bit, I guess. Like I've seen people, I see people try stepping me sometimes, and this will just hit them. It gives you Starburst. It does 30 damage, and obviously if you saw in the tech trap part, if they try get up, the up forward 3+4 will pick them up. So your best option like there is if that only works if you've got Starburst, by the way. So you should just throw that out, the up forward 3+4 after back 2 with Starburst, just to see if you can get it. But yeah, safe move. I think it's -9. Gives you Starburst and tracks a little bit, so, and it's fast, so it's a really, really good move. Next move is down forward 4. This is a 13 frame mid, which if for you that don't know, Brian's down forward 2-3. I've had a lot of people asking me this. Brian's down forward 2-3, which has a bit of pushback. Obviously, it's hard to get this, and sometimes 2-1 will work. But you know, your best option is this. This will punish it every time. It's a safe mid that keeps your opponent in check. It keeps him at a bit of a distance. You know, you want to be I guess with Claudio a little bit further away, because if they whiff, you've got great whiff punishment tools. Yeah, it's a really good move, and I sort of use it as a setup because as you're keeping them away, they're gonna want to like come in close, and if they come in close, you can, you know, if they're starting to dash forward, you can do your forward 1+2 as shown here. So yeah, definitely use down forward 4. Down forward 4 I really rate the move. I think it's great. Great to keep your opponent a little bit further away from you, and it's a good quick mid poke. Next is up forward 3. This move is +2 on block, and is also a counter hit launcher. So I guess it's linear, so you can step it, but and obviously you can float it if you have a read. But I still wouldn't like let that stop you from using it, because it leaves you at plus. You're gonna be plus, and you could have the chance of getting a counter hit launch for quite big damage. So the move's great. I definitely would use the move. It's not the best move out of his move list, don't get me wrong, but it's good. It keeps you go, and you're giving yourself the option to get a counter hit launch. So yeah, definitely use that. Next is forward 4. This move is brilliant. This move is absolutely brilliant. Slow move, don't get me wrong, but it's good to condition people with because it is +4 on block, forces crouch, on counter hit it knocks down. As you've seen in the tech traps video, it can be picked up, which is what I like to go for, but obviously you get a guaranteed like down back 3 if you want to do that instead. But yeah, it's a really good move, but I'll just show you a quick video on how you pick up from forward 4 in game. Yeah, boy. Yeah, so definitely use forward 4. You know, get them plus frames. If they want to start, you know, pressing in between that, then you know you've got them. You know, you've conditioned them enough to like even do 3 in a row. You're like, oh, you might press now. You know, it's a good move. Next we've got back 3 and back 3-3. You know, I guess back 3 on its own is very good now because of the back 3-3 extension. So it's -4 on block. But because of the extension, if people know about the extension, you kind of can use it as mental plus frames. You know, you don't want to do something after it, and obviously you can sidestep after it with it only being -4, and get opportunities after it. So yeah, that's a really good mid poke frame. I really rate that, and it tracks quite well. So it's quite hard to step, especially to the right. Back 3-3 is his new move. It's great. It counter hit launches for big damage. It's only -12. You know, that's really good. I expected it when I heard about it to be -13, but you know, -12 is brilliant. It forces crouch on hit, and it's really good for a wall ender, like especially like on Forgotten Realm, because if you do it as a wall ender, if they don't hold back, you get a guaranteed down back 3. If they hold back, then you've got a mix up between a low and a mid, so it's really good as a wall ender, and it's a really good like to break floors off Forgotten Realm because you can go straight back into it, as shown here for big damage.
That's my sort of match. Because that's the sort of players they're very fast.
I mean, if it's anything like E-Man's match with Jose, then
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to keep up.
Wow,
Nice block.
Great. It is reactable if you're using that jump. Nice. You take those balls away. That's
Oh, wow. And again, and again.
oh my
There's another
God.
frog on.
2 hits.
Bang,
2
bang.
reads.
So yeah, definitely mix up between the two. Like it's only -12, isn't too much of a risk. But obviously use back 3 for more plus frames and mental frames. Sorry, mental plus frames. Definitely, it's really good now. It's made with the extension. It's made back 3 even better, which is great. Next move is his famous hop kick. You know, just 15 frame launcher, crushes so much. I can't even. You know what? It crushes that much. I can't even tell you what it crushes. Like it's really good. I really love his hop kick. You know, it's saved me some games before. But I don't need to tell you too much about his hop kick. It's one of, if not the best in the game. Good combo potential like from it, and really good whiff punisher. You know, it's just a great move. Next is 1+2, the 1+2 string, which is this. This is fantastic. One of the best whiff punishers in the game. Right. It punishes, for instance, Akuma's 3-hit string. The one I can't remember the input of it. It's got a lot of pushback, but hop kick doesn't. It's great with punisher. It does 58 damage. If you do the just frame, it does 60 damage, which is obviously 1+2, 1+2, forward, back 2, or back forward 2, either way. It is -14, but then again, you're not just gonna just keep spamming this move. There's no need to do that. It's just great as a whiff punisher and great as a 17 frame punisher as well. If the move's got pushback and you can't hop kick it, this is a great 17 frame like punisher. For instance, Paul's Death Fist. It will punish Paul's Death Fist. It's absolutely brilliant move. Really good whiff punisher. Next is Starburst down 2-2. Like I said, without Starburst, not great. You're risking getting blocked at -12 and you're not really getting anything out of it. But doing it with Starburst, completely different story. If they can't react to this offline or online, or like it hits as a counter hit, you are risking getting -12 punished, but you will get 70+ damage off it depending on what combo you do. So I mean, the risk and the reward, you know. So people say, oh, you shouldn't use down 2-2, it's reactable, but not always. I've been hit by it offline. Some of the best players in the world have been hit by it offline, and so you're only at -12. So, you know, it's not really risky to use. So I definitely would recommend just forget what people say, oh, you shouldn't be using that move. Use it. We've got it, use it. I do. You know, there's no reason not to. Next is Starburst down 1-2. Oh, let me get Starburst. This move is +8 on block. It can be sidestep right, but then again, it depends on where you use it. Obviously, you can use it in combos, you know, to screw in combos. It's great, you know, good combo opportunities there. But if you're at a certain part of the wall, this move's really good, because obviously if you've got him in a corner, they can't sidestep right. And to be fair, it's quite risky to sidestep right, because if you mess up the sidestep by accident, you're going to get wall splatted by it. So yeah, definitely not so much in an open field like on an infinite, but being +8 is, you know, it's kind of good. You can go into a sidestep mix-up or whatever. But yeah, I definitely would recommend using this move more at the wall than in the open, just to keep yourself plus, and maybe in a corner of a wall so they can't step it at all. And if they try, they're gonna get, you know, they're gonna get wall splatted. So, you know, it's really good. Next is Claudio's forward 1+2, 1+2. This is an absolute belter of a move. Safe on block, and it's a 16 frame punish, does absolute chunks of damage, and it's one of the best whiff punishes in the game, along with his 1+2 and his hop kick. What can I say about this move? Like, just doing that is 58 damage. It's absolutely fantastic. Make sure you use it wisely, obviously, because you don't get Starburst. You got one move out of Starburst you can use. Use it as a whiff punisher or a punishment. Don't just like, oh, I'm just gonna run up and just waste it. You know, you can do an up it hits, but obviously it's kind of a waste if it doesn't. But yeah, here's a showcase on how you use it as a whiff punisher.
How to lose a game through
Oh, counter hit straight away. Just goes for it.
He has gone quite a lot because maybe that's not around the jab. Piper.
Oh, and again.
Oh god. Is he in Eddie's head now?
Yeah, so definitely Starburst forward 1+2 is an absolute belter of a move. It's really good. Next is Starburst back 4-3-2. I don't use this move too much unless I know what the opponent's like. Obviously it does launch if the last hit does hit, but it's very rare that happens. But this move forces crouch and is -1. So the common thing to do after, which you'll see a lot of Claudios do, is power crush, which if they do a while standing fall, like the power crush won't work. But being at -1, you have the opportunity to sidestep, or if you have a feeling they're going to go for a low, like if you just like, you know what that sort of person plays like, you know they're in crouch, they're going to do a full crouch low, then you can just hop kick, just hop kick, you know, it'll work. For example, just like this.
It seems to have just...
That's not safe.
No.
But yeah, apart from using that in the open, it's the wall ender for back 4-3-2 does a chunk of damage, as you'll have seen in the combo videos. It does an absolute chunk of damage, and I definitely recommend using this as a wall combo if you've got Starburst, because it does so much. It literally does so much. Next is down forward 1 on its own. Down forward 1 on its own is -2. So with this move, you know, you could, obviously they might be scared of the second hit, so you could, I guess, jab before they probably would, unless they have a hard read you're just doing down forward 1. But then I use this move into a sidestep. That's what I use this move for. Mid check into a sidestep, -2 or, you know, backdash, whatever. You're at -2. It's great. Next is while standing 1. While standing 1 on its own, I think that's like -2 as well. I could be wrong on that. While standing 1 on its own, you've got enough time to sidestep, and obviously they shouldn't really be pressing, because you know the second hit. But the second hit's a high, so I don't really use that too much as a poke, just as a punish. But while standing 1 into a sidestep is great. You know, it catches people. You know, just try to press like non-tracking moves, and you know it gives you a free hop kick if they do. So yeah, definitely just use while standing 1 on its own. Next is forward 4. This move has done me so well, especially recently. Forward 4 is a mid move. Obviously, it's the mix up from while we're in 2. If people want to try duck while we're in 2. It's -4 on block, which means you can sidestep after it. But the funny thing is, which I'm going to show you in a minute, with forward 4, if they do a low, you can hop kick. You know, and for some reason, I have no idea why this works, but if they, you'll see in the video in a minute, if they jab, like a lot of the time, it crushes the jab. It's really weird. But yeah, forward 4 into a hop kick, you know, that's worked a treat for me recently. And obviously the forward 4 into the sidestep, which I'll show you on these videos now.
Oh, massive on-screen smackdown.
Oh, and again,
well, that'll do it.
that was very, very, very nice. That was very...
The counter hit though, because he's trying to get them safe stuff. Oh my
gives
gosh,
him
just
another
does
one.
it anyway.
Another one of his best laws is sidestep 4. You know, you can't take it away. It has been buffed, and I mean buffed. Like, this move is fantastic. As you'll have seen in the tech traps, if this counter hits, you can dash up, wait, and up forward 3+4 for a pickup if they want to do like any sort of get up. Or on bears, it's actually dash up forward 3+4 is guaranteed. They can't get out of that. That's not a tech trap. That's an actual combo. But obviously, you do get on counter hit. You get your down back 3 guaranteed. This is guaranteed. Or you know, you can get a forward roll as well. The 3+4 they're guaranteed. There's stuff you could do. But me myself, unless if I'm going to kill with that, I would do the down back 3. But if obviously the life is quite high, I will go for the up forward 3+4 tech catch. That's just something I do. Obviously, because you get a lot more damage out of it. But yeah, sidestep 4, man, it's so scary because it just what they're gonna do. They can't interrupt it, and you can just keep sidestepping and put them in a vortex. To be fair, and like then eventually, you know, hit confirm somewhat, or you know, do something like a back 3, keep them in check. Then they're scared of back 3-3. Just sidestep 4 puts you in a really good situation. And I'll just show you in game on how it can counter hit launch. There we go. It launches. Sidestep 4 launches. Another one of Claudio's best moves is his full crouch down forward 2. Obviously, he has the what's it called, the full crouch down forward 2-2, which is -2. Obviously, it's a high, but you know, it's a good punish. I know you can do it from standing, but I don't really use it from standing too much because it's a 14 frame punisher from while standing. So like Katarina's down forward 3+4, it will punish that. But the main one for me, I do use this, but the one I've been using more is the full crouch down forward 2 1+2. This is his wall bounce, and this is where you need to be really aware of where you are on the stage, because if you're ducking a high like near a wall, you're probably best off not doing that. You're probably best off doing that if you can get used to doing that. And it's only -13. It's like really delayable as well. So if people know about the string and they think, oh, he's going to do the high, you can just delay it and do that. Just like a sort of a hit confirm. It's really good, and here's a video of me using it to duck under a high to get, well, actually a def combo. Let's go. Let's fucking go. If you really want to use it. Right, next we're going to go on to how the character should be played. This is like what a lot of people have been asking me, you know, how do you play him at, like, you know, your Tekken God Prime, how do you win tournaments and stuff like this. So the best way to play Claudio is this. That alone is how I do so well with Claudio. If you play Claudio like this, you know, you back, you forth, you know, what is there to be scared of? You know, he does that, neutral, you know, whatever, that's his quick claw. Alright, other than that, what's the reason to duck? What's the reason to duck? There isn't any. You know, you can't play Claudio straight on. You can't, and you don't want to play him too close either. So I like to tend to play at a distance, you know, keep away, you back one, and then when I'm in people's faces, this. Because this, are you going to duck? Are you going to duck? Are you going to duck? Alright, if not, you know, you're gonna die. So, what else is there to say, really? If you're not sidestepping with Claudio, you're not playing him at his best. Everybody's scared of sidestep 4 now, especially if you've been +6, you know, because you can hit confirm that, you know, if they try pressing between it, and especially at the wall, man. Are you gonna want to duck, you know, and eat a safe like -5 now, mid wall spot? To play Claudio, you know, you're gonna. Even though, you see when I'm using forward 4, I like a lot of the time I step before it. But then people are like, oh, he's stepping, I've got time to interrupt. Once I see that they're going to try and interrupt me, because sometimes I'll just step into nothing to see what they're going to do. Once I see that, oh, they're thinking I'm just going to step, like, I'm going to sidestep 4 into another sidestep, that's when I start like doing the mind game. So like, if they aren't pressed, I'll just do that, and then I've sidestepped again because it's going to beat what they're going to do. Claudio, for me, for the way I play it, is all about sidestepping. If you're not sidestepping with this character, then honestly, as a person playing against this character, you have nothing to be scared of, because you know he can keep his turn with this. He can keep his turn so well with this into good stuff, into, you know, if you want to press or a hop kick, or even, you know, you fold 1+2, 1+2 with Starburst. But if you're not sidestepping, then there's nothing to be scared of with Claudio whatsoever. So Claudio at range, very good. You know, keep him away, mech and whiff punish, dead. Or up close, you need to be sidestepping. This is how you need to be playing this character. There's no other way about it. You'll see the best players. You'll see Joe Plix. You'll see Shadow in tournaments. Hopefully soon myself when I can get to more tournaments. Will kill people, especially at the wall, with just that. Just that, and they're like, they're in a vortex. Do I duck? Do I duck? Do I not duck? You know, do I eat this chunky low that's only -12 and eat 20 damage and give him +6? Or do I duck and think he's going to do the low, get a -12 punish, but then eat a safe wall splat for massive, like even more damage? This is how you need to be playing Claudio in Season 3, 100%. Right, and finally, my overall view of Claudio Serafino in Season 3 is this character. A lot of people are saying he's S tier. That's nonsense. No, he's a lot better. Don't get me wrong, a lot better in Season 3. But I would put him at high A tier. You know, I'd put him top 10. Definitely top 10 in the game now. You know, but this all depends on how you play him. Like, you'll see a lot of people like, oh, pick Claudio up now. He's really good. He's really good. That's not just how it's going to work. There's a certain way this character needs to be played, how I've just explained. Otherwise, he's not the best if you're just going to play him straight on. You need to be sidestepping a lot, and if you've got people that are using homing moves against you, you need to find your way around that, which obviously I can't really give you that. That's just like how I'd adapt myself. But he's definitely a lot better in Season 3. I mean, I played on Season 1 the other day on an unupdated PS4, and this character was awful. Absolutely awful. I don't even know how I played with him. He was that bad. But now in Season 3, he's so good. Proof of this is I did a lot of tournaments in Season 2. I did get some wins and, you know, some like top 3 placings and stuff. But since being in Season 3, I've played 2 tournaments. I've won them both. I even beat Rise Eddie, who's known to be one of the best players in the country. I wouldn't say Claudio carried me, but with the new buffs, it definitely helped. If you like want to watch them games, I'll leave a link in the description. It definitely helped in like certain situations. But with what they've done to Claudio, it made me fall in love with Tekken again. You know, and I want to just keep learning and stuff. So I really think this character's great. He has a lot of potential. I think you'll see, for instance, obviously the 3 known like tournament Claudios now will be me, Joe Plix, and Shadow. I think you'll see a lot from us 3. Placing wise and stuff. Obviously Shadow's already in the top 19 of the Tekken World Tour, and I really hope he, you know, maintains that same. Joe Plix is not far, you know, from being there. I really hope he gets there. I'd love to see him and see them both in the World Finals. Obviously I can't. I haven't been able to travel this year. Next year definitely I will be traveling a lot and trying to get in there. But best of luck to them too. You know, I looked up to both of them while I will learn this character. You know, so I really hope they two do really well. But yeah, Season 3 Claudio, everybody should watch out, because this character's going to do bits. Thank you all for watching. I'll leave a link to my Twitter and Twitch in the description if you want to follow me on Twitch and watch some Claudio gameplay. I stream quite often, and if you want to ask me out, just follow me on Twitter and message me on there. I'll definitely reply to anyone that needs to know anything about the character or in general about Tekken. I've got quite good knowledge of the game. But yeah, thanks for watching everyone.